Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning, the seduction, and the betrayal. What followed was a war unseen. One that could never be put to song.
But little did the lands between know, they had awoken something that comes for all.
My loyal blade, and champion of the festival.
Enough. I have endured more than enough.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of life?
As I loaded into this cinema the DLC for the very first time, I felt like a tourist who claps when the plane lands. Look at this! Oh my god. Oh, item. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Wait a goddamn second. Is that a Berserk reference? However, this is a Souls game, and I was quickly reminded of that as I came up against my first enemy. Alright, so supposedly the difficulty has been ramped up, so we'll see about that one, FromSoft. Oh, I was not familiar with your game, good sir. I will not be bothering you again. And as luck would have it, I didn't have to. In the distance, I spotted a massive doorway, so I made my way over, entering Bayle Tower. Which was more like... Bayle, what the fuck is that? If you have arachnophobia, you might not like this DLC. Man, every room looks so good. I can feel a tear of joy roll down my face. So this is what euphoria feels like, mixed with a bit of virginity. But that tear of joy was about to turn into one of sorrow as I made my way to the entrance of the first boss encounter in the shadow of the Erdtree. You know what's crazy? I do the entire edit, right? I have the power to cut this out. So tell me why that's exactly why you'll see this in the video anyway. The game hit me with a good ol' Bazinga! And then it hit me with one more. Bazinga. And again. And again. And again. Bazinga. That was until I came across the bow and bow. Low-key fits the Grim Reaper, and it's the first weapon I found, so on it goes. Which was just in time for the first boss encounter. For real this time.
O horned beast from higher sphere delivered, dance on kavod, cleanse all the low wind, cruelty, woe, and those who plague the tower. Cleanse away the strumpet's vile progeny.
Somebody said the combination of myself and this build is like a lawnmower with mental problems. And now I can't unsee it, so thanks for that. I also added the Bloodflame incant, which boosts my bleed. So before getting into the double scythe carnage, I want to show you what a good build can really do in the DLC. It doesn't matter what boss it is, they can't handle the scythe spin, baby. Lawnmower strikes back. Bow wasn't useless either. That's a win in my book. Anyway, after following this staircase that felt like I was on a pathway straight to Harambe in heaven, I came across the Tower of Shadow. Here is where I found a message that read, "The gate of divinity lies in the tower sealed by shadow. That is surely where kind Mikola is headed. We are no Empyreans, but we must locate the path that will lead us there. I will follow the crosses east. It was a sign. A sign that you subscribe right now. Got ya. For now, we're done with Ballarat. So as Bilbo Baggins once said, I'm going on an adventure! By following the note and going the complete opposite way it told me to, I came across the Dragon's Pit. Oh my god, it's full of undead. He just like me for real. Somebody get the Spider-Man meme up. By following this cave, I came across a ledge leading into the abyss. So I did what any normal person would do and dived in head first. This led me to my next encounter, Ancient Dragon Man. Really? Ancient Dragon Man? Whoa, okay. His name might have been made by a 5-year-old, but he is not messing around. Looks like I'm gonna have to lock in real quick. God, I love this game. Hit him with that helicopter. And just like that, I made it to the other side of the Pit of Dragons. And now I understand the name choice. Big dragon, small dragon, dragon here, dragon there. Dragon these nuts across your face.
Got him!
I explored this area until I came across Bayle, the most vile of dragons. Now this is how you make a boss arena. Holy! Look at this beautiful yet disgusting creature. Wow, that's a cool looking boss. I don't even want to attack it yet. I just want to observe how badass it is. Yeah, this guy's fucking awesome. FromSoft never fail when it comes to going all out against dragons. First you have Placidu's Axe's arena, then you have Fortis Axe, and now Bayle. Keep in mind, that's just Elden Ring too. The other Souls games fights are just as good. Ah, yes, the hardest FromSoft boss to date. The camera. You know what? I think it's time I bail on this fight. I did this for a reason. It was time to get OP. By switching my armor to a much more menacing Grim Reaper, I meant business. I picked up the scythe from the main game, along with equipping the claw talisman to boost my jumping attacks, and entered the Ensis castle to face Rellana. So this is a very fast-paced fight. It reminds me of the Dancer from Dark Souls 3, because you kinda have to evade with the attacks instead of constantly away. But then I saw Phase 2 and realised it's not the Dancer, but Pontiff if he had a sex change. No one tell Nick Mercs. Uh-oh. What is this? Well, it was a good run. Oh my god, that is nasty. Bro literally said, you remember the Sword of Night and Flame being OP? Well here, take an ability from it on each hand and good luck, Tarnished. Looks like I'm gonna have to bring out the spin to win. And that's how you win the DLC. I didn't know how this build was going to hold up, but after that, I think it's safe to say, it's still busted. Things were looking good, but then I ran into something that even scares the Grim Reaper. Whoa! Oh, thank God. It's just a bear. For a second there, I thought that was a man. How are you gonna look at this thing and still pick it over us? Like, come on, we can't be that bad, right? It's a goddamn violation. Speaking of violation, as I went around exploring the map, I noticed that every chest I found gave me a smithing stone. I'm killing enemies, holding on for dear life and scaling entire castles for a fucking smithing stone? Miyazaki, seek help.
Look, Pim, I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause.
But the next violation came from me. This golden hippo was about to taste sweet release. Well, GG's, my friend. That is insane. Peter would probably have a stroke watching this, but we move. Also, that will be the last boss I spin in Strike, because now we get to move on to the double scythe. And who better to test it on than Messmer and his 18-inch Impaler.
Mongrel intruder. That tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Let's go! I've been waiting for this. I thought he was going to be the main event, but I've just found him randomly chilling in the castle. Now, if this isn't an S tier fight, my disappointment will be immeasurable, and my day will be ruined. But let's be real. It's going to be an S tier fight. Oh, shit! He definitely impales, alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Millennia level fight. Is that a fucking basilisk? This is the run. This is not the run. Somebody call Woody, because there's a snake in my boot. And in my limbs. We like the opener. Guaranteed free hit. So I think I've worked this fight out. It's one that makes you think you want to stay far away. But in reality, to dodge, you need to be hugging him the entire time. And then for phase 2, I don't know, we pray, I guess. Oh, I'm playing this risky. Whew. That was a close phase 1. Now we get to the hard part. Now that's a combo if I've ever seen one. Oh, this is nuts. This is a fight. GG. That is hands down my new favorite boss. Such a great fight. The skill increase is no joke, but at the same time, I didn't want the fight to end. And now I can say the same for Bayle, who I returned to slay once and for all.
Egon. Piteous Egon. Do you not remember? Conjure your past, how once you were, when fear was yet foreign to you. Curse you, Bayle! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made flesh. Solid of scale you might be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide. Bayle the Dread! You shall haunt me no longer!
Yeah, that's peak. I don't know if I'm topping that one. Moving down the animal food chain, I came across the ancient ruins of Rauh. By the way, this is the game you're review bombing? Really?
Shame. Shame.
As I was saying, down the animal food chain, to our next boss, Rellana, Saint of the Blood, who I personally think is the dark horse of this DLC. Well, I guess Centipede and Scorpion. Honestly, I think this is one of the most underrated fights in the DLC. The moves are telegraphed super well, there isn't too much going on at once, the boss is cool as hell, and best of all, the OST slaps harder than Will Smith at the Oscars. Oh, wow! You know when you like a song so much, you want to turn it up to the point of it being straight up injected into your brain? That's exactly how I feel with this soundtrack. Just listen to this. God, that sounds so good. The next door Death was about to knock on was Midra, who didn't really need it, as he was already 90% of the way there. POV, me with the crawler when bro was trying to do the Black Ops 2 zombie Easter egg. I know I said I wouldn't use spinning strikes again, but it's just so fun against bosses like this. There's really nothing that compares. I'm like a gambling addict. I'm just one more spin away from winning. Last one, I promise. I promise I wouldn't burn. Unlike the Erdtree Jr. who was set aflame, revealing the final area of the DLC. In FromSoft fashion, something that comes to the finale is a whole bunch of cheese, but unfortunately for them, this build is ridiculously good at slaying NPCs.
It was never kindly Mikula, was it? The Erdtree was leading you all along, so that you might ascend to lordship. Why come to these lands to begin with? I suppose it must be what His Eminence, or perhaps the Erdtree desired all along. The clashing of the favored lords. such that one would prevail. So be it. If you insist upon facing Miquella the Kind, then I will run you through whoever you might be. Kindly, Miquella, make the world a gentler place.
You thought you could throw me into a 3v1, but you underestimate the power of a bleed and a frost build. You fools! And then I was hit with the real problem. The hardest boss in FromSoft history. Radahn and his consort, Miquella.
At long last you are returned. Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us. To I, Miquella, and my promised consort, Radahn.
I don't want to flex, but I beat Radahn pre-nerf back in the early Elden Ring days, so am I worried? Abso-fucking-lutely. No! He was right there! God, this fight sucks. Yeah, when everyone said this was the hardest fight, they were not joking around. I thought it was a bit of an exaggeration at the start. But did I learn? Phase 1 is fine. We like Phase 1. Phase 2, however, it's as if Jesus came back with a 200% holy buff and started beating my ass. But at the cost of my sanity, I kept on trying in order to beat the DLC as the Grim Reaper. Oh no, he's stealing my frames! I need those! Oh my god, this guy has a million combos. The pain doesn't end. This is the one. I'm feeling it. He's right there. And there she is! Hallelujah! Shadow of the Erdtree. GG's.